Have you ever wondered why the pain after a breakup seems so unbearable? Why it feels like a void, like nothing will ever be the same again? I get it, heartbreak is one of the hardest things to navigate. But here's the real question. What if there was a way to not only heal yourself, but also make her regret ever letting you go? If you find yourself caught in that dark hole right now, don't panic. By the end of this video, you will have the tools to help you come out stronger than before and walk you through 7 proven tactics to make her miss you. First, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like this video before you start to transform your love life. Trust me, these methods could be the turning point you have been looking for, so you will want to hang around until very last. The difficulty of heartbreak. The good news is that the melancholy, the yearning, the anxiety, they don't define you. Rather, they might inspire one of the largest transformations of your life, though it hurts. Sorrow may also be among the most powerful teachings available in life. The reason she should miss you. Right now, you most likely are focused on what you have lost. Let us start by asking, what can I learn from this? Instead of asking yourself, why did this happen to me? Realizing this basic truth, that you cannot control someone else's emotions but absolutely control your own, is the first step toward making her miss you. This will help you resist the impulse to cling to the past upon a breakup. Messages bombards her will simply cause her to get farther away. Remember this, absence can make the heart grow fonder only if you use your time well. We are starting our journey here. Tip 1. Focus on your own healing first. Your time is meant for healing. Though it's tough, heartbreak also offers an opportunity for you to discover the greatest version of yourself, that which she was first drawn to. The nice thing is that she will start to notice. As you begin to pay more attention to yourself, you will also start to feel better. Imagine for a second that you are browsing your phone and instead of being overwhelmed in grief, you see a picture of yourself from a few months ago, and you can barely identify that version of you. Since now you are stronger, more confident, and genuinely loving life. The transformation we want is that one. When the power comes back your way, she will begin to recall the confident, driven person she first fell in love with. When she realizes you are flourishing without her, she will stop and question if she made the right decision. Healing is about acknowledging, in your life, either with or without her, you have value. Trust me, she will start to lament what she has missed when she sees that. None of this comes about unless you start paying attention to you. Sort yourself. The rest will follow. Take a long breath right now. This is your love tale, your narrative. Time to start the new chapter. Tip 2. Cut off contact the right way. Sometimes the best approach to help someone understand what they have lost is to take yourself out of the picture. Totally, since all you want is to hear her voice. Her distance will only be driven further away by constant reaching out, even just being available. Why should I cut off communication? She has to deal with the quiet periods on her own without the solace of knowing that you are still there. In those quiet times, she will start to question, did I make the right choice? What if I cannot find someone like him again? When you create that gap, imagine it as though it were a favorite outfit, book, or even a memory. It was simple to overlook when it was constantly there. Then suddenly you missed it and it became more significant. Here also the same idea holds. You should follow what? No, if anything, it will help her remember you more. The secret is, though, you have to make good use of that time rather than simply vanish and wait about. Work on yourself. Concentrate on your healing, as we have talked. Cutting off contact is more about allowing both of you time to breathe than about running games or managing her emotions. Sometimes our perspective is apparent when we are too near to a problem. But when you back off, both of you have time to consider, and that's when true clarity shows itself. Let her get to you. During this no-contact phase, she will have time to miss the things she liked about you, the way you made her laugh, the comfort you brought, the hours you spent together. But you cannot let her feel the weight of your absence if you are often reminding her of those things. The secret is to cease late-night messaging, stop watching her social media, and stop waiting on the phone. Instead, focus on yourself and let her start wonder what is happening in your life. Let her to be the one you are missing. She will start to miss you. When she feels that distance, since this is about creating a reasonable space that will help both of you see the relationship for what it was, not about punishing her or playing mind games. Are you ready to advance? Though I understand it's tough, believe me. Allow her time to miss you and focus on being the best version of yourself in the meantime. Tip 3. Use social media wisely. Before your marriage, what was a favorite hobby? Perhaps it was painting, playing an instrument, or even strolling those once-loved, picturesque pathways. Do you recall how energizing those pursuits were, how they helped you to feel alive? Let us now address the third point, rediscovering your passions. Consider the pleasure they offered you as well as your sense of achievement. Let us pause now for a bit. How long ago did you truly participate in those passions? After a breakup, I know it can be difficult. Everything seems weighty and the grief might rule your days. This is your time, though, to recover those aspects of yourself that the relationship could have eclipsed. Imagine yourself out there engaged in your passion. Perhaps you are on a painting, allowing your emotions to splatter into colors, plucking a guitar and feeling the music flow through your fingertips. Every note or stroke helps you to remember your unique self apart from the connection. These days you are living, not merely surviving. Attitude's authority. Imagine this, she was lured to your passionate side, and your zest for life when you were together. Rediscovering such passions not only fills your own cup but also reminds her of what first attracted her to you. Connecting through memories. Every time you take part in these activities, you are recovering your happiness. In the back of her mind, she will be reminded of the joyful times you shared. Suppose both of you enjoyed going to concerts. Instead of moping in grief, why not start going to such events to enjoy the music that used to make you happy? An individual journey of self-discovery. Imagine now perusing your social media and coming onto a photo of you smiling and surrounded by pals at a concert, maybe an art event. That picture reveals a lot. It chronicles resiliency, growth of someone who not only survived a breakup but is flourishing beyond it. As you rediscover your interests and embrace your own self, you will ultimately come to be someone she cannot not but miss. After all, those vivid, intense events make a lasting impression and remind her of the amazing person she once shared her life with. Tip 4. Rediscover your passion. When you look back, do you want to see a life full of echoes of what previously was, or do you want to look ahead and see a tapestry of vibrant, fresh happenings just waiting for you? Now is the moment to turn. While clinging to those wonderful memories is vital, equally so is generating new ones that might inspire a different perspective on life. The importance of new activities. Making fresh memories is about pushing past your comfort zone and allowing fresh activities into your life. Imagine yourself sitting at home remembering the fantastic times you had with her. Your chest begins to hurt, that familiar sensation. But supposing you chose to stir things up rather than sliding into gloom, perhaps you could go to that new cafe down the block or sign up for that dance class you have always wanted to take. Calling her backward to recollect, accept the contentment of life. Building on your heart. Use that as a base, but add your own touch. If you both enjoyed visiting specific sites or participating in particular events, maybe go to another park and develop Memories there, so honoring your past and laying a strong future. Tip 5. Become the best version of yourself. The end of a relationship really marks merely a chapter in your life. It does not define you. You can start to doubt your value, ponder what went wrong, or obsess over the things you wish you could have done differently. The truth is, though, that you can now author the next chapter. Please follow the road of development, turning suffering into development, building relationships through metamorphosis, calling her to revival. This invitation can link cooking, art, or a fitness class to a conversation and connecting point. Imagine yourself deciding to invite her to participate in a class or event related to a new activity you are picking to start. Trust me, seeing the new you, that is, the one who has grown and matured, you are not only the guy she used to know, but also someone else. Driven, passionate person, going to a better you. Remember that negotiating this path of self-improvement is not a race. Take your time, enjoy the trip, and celebrate your growth. Every step forward, every new ability gained marks a chapter in your story, one you will look back on and be proud of. Consider your distance traveled thus far as well as your remaining distance. One item you might begin working on right now. It might be as simple as reading a book you have always wanted to delve into, or registering for that class you have been looking at. This route is ultimately about accepting the special person you are and will become. Trust me, when you shine brilliantly, the world and she will see. Thus, let us begin this journey of self-discovery and development together, since the finest version of you is simply waiting to be released. Tip 6. Give her space, but be ready to reconnect. Many of us experience a strong impulse to ignore our feelings, to move on and present a courageous face following a breakup. Actually, though, mending is a trip rather than a sprint. Ask yourself as we proceed to the 6th point. How frequently do you allow yourself to really feel your emotions? Realizing the healing mechanism. Embracing transparency, though most of the time considered as a weakness, vulnerability is really one of the strongest things you can welcome. It implies telling others and oneself straightforwardly about your feelings. So fostering healing and tighter ties, letting others in invites not only a view of your road, but also understanding and support into your life. Consider those late night conversations in which you opened your heart to friends or relatives. Did it assist to reduce your emotional load? Connecting through common experiences. Imagine having coffee with a friend who recently went through a breakup. Knowing that mending is a road you two can walk together can help you find solace in your storytelling. And then, who knows? Along the path, you might even run across some novel coping strategies, transforming misery into growth. Consider how, when you let yourself recover, this sorrow could motivate personal growth. Though right now you might be unsure about the future, every action you do toward healing will enable you to become a more robust version of yourself. Every heartbreak teaches something. As you grow, you are clearing the road for future pleasure. Consider what you have gained from this relationship. What occurrences made you feel alive? What tests drove you to your limits? These ideas will enable you to pinpoint your true preferences in your next partner. Creating a healing ritual in writing. Perhaps you could schedule some time every day to consider one wonderful memory you have of her that makes you happy instead of sad. Consider designing a healing ceremony for you to help you empty your head, journal your ideas, meditate, or even go on walks. Let yourself have reflective times when you might openly explore your feelings. These rites enable you to recover, since they remind you that, although the past influences you, it does not determine your future. You are a strong person able of love, development, and transformation. Respect your feelings. Last thought, embracing your root. Healing is not straightforward, hence let us stop to consider the route ahead. Good days and bad are natural. The secret is to be patient with yourself. You are writing a new chapter, and every page you turn offers opportunity for growth. Remember that it's normal to take your time. Your feelings are genuine. Let yourself feel can enable you to rediscover happiness in your life. And who knows? As you heal, you could find a greater understanding of yourself that will prepare you for future. Love when the time is perfect. Recall that we are all in this. Happier days are just ahead. You are not alone in this. Again, consider, how will you honor your healing road forward today? How small step can you take to welcome your emotions and let yourself the grace to heal? Tip 7. Patience is key. Accepting new directions. Common experiences authority. Reconstruction of former friendships. Making way for new relationships does not mean you have to ignore the old ones. In fact, this is the perfect opportunity to contact friends or family you might have lost touch with during your marriage. Remember those late-night conversations or spontaneous excursions you two went on, and contact that old friend you used to share everything with. As you reconnect, ask yourself, which memories make me happy? Maybe it was the time you two tried to make a cake and created a kitchen disaster. Sharing those memories will assist to rekindle relationships that time may have frayed. Examining new interests together. Get involved in pursuits you have always wanted to explore. Here is where the magic occurs. To not only meet new people, but also offer opportunities for connection. Join a dance class, visit art workshops, or attend community activities. Consider your feelings from these pursuits. Are you eager, nervous, or somewhere between? Think back to your first date with her. The anxious excitement in your gut as you got closer to her. Harness that energy now. Each time you venture outside, you are uncovering an adventure inside yourself, creating real links. Share your path, your stories of love, even your suffering. Vulnerability sometimes fosters closeness. When you meet new people, the more open you are, the more likely others will be at ease doing the same. Ask open-ended questions. How have their travels been? Their areas of passion are what? This generates that space in new connections as well as helping you learn about them. Consider the instances in your prior relationship when you felt particularly noticed and understood. It's more about stressing yourself and making her know what she's lost than about controlling or playing games. These 7 tried techniques will help her to miss you during a separation. Should you find this video valuable, kindly like, subscribe, and pass it to someone who might find use for it. Remember, view this movie all through since these tips might actually enhance your love life. Said otherwise, thank you for viewing. Until next time.